Jamie, good to see you. Look, I think behind us, we can just about make it out, the huge mural that you've got behind you. Can you give us a sense of just how special it is to play for the British and Irish Lions? What does it mean to be a Lion?
Yeah, so first of all, congratulations to all the players named today. I'm here at the Howden mural here in Whitechapel, where those select 38, their names are being graffitied up on the mural here, and a chance to celebrate their achievement today. It's always a very special day. I had the privilege of, and I guess the nervousness of going through that as a player. Of course, there'll be players equally disappointed today as they are excited. So I guess the message to those players, they might still end up on tour because of injuries, but you know, a hugely special day. It's one of the great Lions traditions. The players find out at the same time as the public, and here we are today.
It's lovely, isn't it? And we saw that name at the top of the list, top of the pile, Maro Itoje, named captain. The right call in your mind?
Without a doubt. I mean, the guy is a colossus of a rugby player. You look at his performances in the last 12 months, he's arguably gone to another level for club and country. And he started the last 6 Lions Test matches, the last 2 tours. You know, for me, beyond doubt, this guy is ready to lead and captain the Lions. He will lead by example, and a wonderful role model for our sport. So hugely, you know, huge congratulations to Maro Itoje. I wish him nothing but the best down under in Australia this summer.
Yeah, I mean, something that you'll probably want to touch on. Only 2 Welsh players named. What do you think about Farrell's 38-man squad makeup?
Yeah, it's hard to disagree with all the selections. You know, so much quality, so much experience. Of course, 2 Welsh. You know, I'm here with my British and Irish Lions hat on, not my Welsh one. So let's celebrate Jack and Thomas. You know, huge congratulations to those two players who've been in great form for club and country over the last few seasons and thoroughly deserve their call-up. And again, I wish them the best down under. But you look at the talent and quality in that 38-man squad, it's hard to disagree with so many of those selections. As I said, so much quality misses out. And listening to Andy Farrell talk, that is the pinnacle of sport. There is going to be so much quality misses out. It has to be that way to drive competition and ensure that only the best of the best get to wear the famous British and Irish Lions jersey. So, you know, so much quality. They have a wonderful opportunity this summer down under to hopefully back up that series victory of 2013.
Yeah, Andy Farrell, of course, making those decisions. Henry Pollock and Scott Cummins included. Do you think they're the standout inclusions? I mean, everyone's very excited about Pollock in particular.
Yeah, I mean, Henry Pollock, geez, what a rise, meteoric rise of the last season. He's shown me what he's about with England under 20s, but, you know, for me, the enthusiasm of youth, a player of that energy and quality. I mean, this guy has produced time and time again on the biggest stage this season, and I'm so excited for the guy. You know, he's a wonderfully talented rugby player, and he's going to be allowed to, you know, show his quality on that tour. He's going to be around so much experience and so much quality. He just has to be himself, and I'm sure he'll have a magnificent tour. I wish him nothing but the best. He's had an unbelievable rise this season, and this is what the Lions is about. It's about selecting players on form, and this guy, he's putting in some unbelievable performances at the top level of the game, and thoroughly deserves his call-up. So super excited for the young man, and I wish him every success down under.
Yeah, he's got a big future, it would appear. Look, the fly half's obviously a big talking point, not least the fact that Owen Farrell, and it's his dad picking the team. Obviously he misses out, largely due to the fact that he's out of form at the moment and those injuries that have plagued him. Did you feel it was a good call to bring in Marcus Smith ahead of Sam Prendergast?
No, there's not a lot of chat around the 10s, you know, wasn't there, certainly over the last months, and there's been much ebb and flow in various, certainly the Six Nations and then Champions Cup as well, and some big names have missed out on selection. You mentioned Owen Farrell. I think George Ford has shown some great form as well, Sam Prendergast as well, but he's gone with Finn Russell, Finn Smith, you know, 2 quality operators, and then Marcus Smith there is a 10 who can also play fullback. We know Blair Kinghorn's involvement with Toulouse is probably going to mean he arrives late on tour as well. And so, you know, so much quality, and unfortunately, you know, with the British and Irish Lions being the pinnacle of the sport, some quality players are going to miss out. And you know, like every tour, though, there are always players that pick up injuries, and so there's no doubt some of those names might fully end up on tour, if not in the Test 23 come the Test matches. So you know, it's exciting. No doubt there are players disappointed today, but I'm super excited for the players who have been named.
What happens once you get selected, though? You know, we've heard from some of those players today who are, as you say, super excited. Do you just wrap yourself up in cotton wool between now and the start of the tour? What do you do?
Well, you can't wrap yourself up in cotton wool. Some of these players have big games still remaining. You know, 4 Northampton lads have a Champions Cup final to play at the end of May in Cardiff. And so, yeah, some big games coming up. So, you know, the Lions, they'll celebrate tonight, no doubt. They'll enjoy it, but knowing full well they've got the business end of the season to contend with. You know, some players, their seasons have naturally come to a close or will be coming to a close over the next few weeks, so they can concentrate fully on the Lions, you know, pre-tour training. And it's different for every player, but, you know, the challenge with the Lions, as always, is to get 38 players on the same page as quickly as possible. You know, the tour, it's going to come around pretty quickly. It's going to start in Australia at the end of June, and that is the biggest challenge facing Andy Farrell and his coaching side. You know, there's no doubt the quality is there. You look at the experience of some of the names on this wall behind me, and the quality. It's not the quality of the team and the players. It's how quickly you can get them on the same page to gel and play a brand of rugby that is going to excite these players, and more importantly, win a Test series down under.
Yeah, well, talking of which, you did exactly that. So, how tough a place is it, and what are your tips?
Yeah, it's a tough place to win in any sport. They're super competitive people. I'm married to one, I should know that. The Australians never roll over at home. And I think for people to understand, in their over 125-year history, the Lions have only ever won 5 Test series. 2013 in Australia is the only Test series they've won this century. It is not an easy thing to do, and any British and Irish Lions player will tell you that. They're always very hard. You know, one of the challenges I've already mentioned, you know, very short preparation time, and you hope that quality of player coming together in a short space of time allows and gives them the best opportunity to do that. But it's not easy. It is not easy, and it's going to be very challenging against a resurgent Australian side, a side under Joe Schmidt who have shown an incredible amount of progress in a short space of time over the last 12 months, and it's all set up for pure sporting theatre. I hope as a fan now it goes to the 3rd Test in Sydney. I'm not sure what that'll do for the heart rate of all the Lions and Wallabies fans, but we're super excited for an incredible Test series on the horizon down in Australia.
Yeah, we can't wait for it. Thank you so much for joining us today, Jamie.